my home is Earth, Mother Earth, and nature is probably one of my favorite aspects of life. So I'm challenging myself before I turn 40 to see if I could do this for a whole year with no electricity, no running water, and putting no value in currency.
Well, folks, this is a little unusual for me. I haven't been posting anything for a while. I've been filming, but I haven't been posting anything because I can't put together a story. But here I got a man who's got a story. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Awesome. I like that. My name's Steven. Down here from Pennsylvania on a little journey and a little bit of a mission. So we're going to dive into it here.
Okay. So how long you been living that mobile lifestyle?
I had a go around in my early 20s where just do a series of events. I actually was out in the streets for about a year back then, and then I did my whole family life for almost 20 years, and now I'm giving it another go.
In our previous discussions, you talked about your family. How is that? I mean, you're a youngish guy. It's like so you got a wife and kids or something like that. I mean,
never married. I have 3 daughters with obviously the mother of them. We had our first at 19. Wasn't planned by any means. It's difficult. It's very difficult. I know she's taking good care of them, but me and her just can't always see eye to eye.
Okay, so, I could understand having some tension.
Yeah, there's some resentment there, and
people like Steve here are commonly called homeless, but this evidently is a lifestyle that you've chosen intentionally. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, my home is Earth, Mother Earth, and nature is probably one of my favorite aspects of life. So I love being in the woods. I've spent a lot of my time as a child playing in the woods, and I'm challenging myself before I turn 40 to see if I could do this for a whole year with no electricity, no running water, and putting no value in currency.
Okay.
I think too many people are caught up in that rat race of what society considers normal, and fuck that. This could be the normal.
Mm-hmm.
This is how people lived years ago. We didn't have to rely on all this convenience bullshit.
So you've set this goal for a year. So how long you been on it?
I'm in it about halfway, 6 months. At times I'm debating pulling out. I'm pretty sure I know I have the skills to achieve it easily, but I'm going to ride it out, and I'm going to accomplish my goal.
What's your education level?
Graduated high school, gave it the old college try, and failed out after the first year. Came home, had a kid. Yep.
That's a life changer.
Yeah, so going back there wasn't really an option, and I don't necessarily. I think college itself is a little bit of an outdated.
I agree.
It's like home ownership. I think that's a little outdated concept. I think we're at a different place in our evolution. So, I don't think those idealistic viewpoints or opinions are necessarily needed these days. There's other ways to make money. College to me basically is just memorization.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, it's better to learn fucking plumbing or something.
Yeah, and you're paying for money. You're paying money for classes.
You want to take. Yeah, it's not a good deal.
No,
generally.
you're getting ripped the fuck off.
There's plenty of engineers bagging groceries.
Yep. Yeah. How many people have a teaching degree and yet they're busy serving your food?
Right. Just like your average 17-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, I myself found a way that was able to create a wonderful income with being a college failout. So. Yeah.
So you had a little bit of success in your world before you started on this journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to the point of making six figures a year on selling on eBay, mostly vintage clothing, and I mean I worked 80 hours, so I didn't have to work 40, but it was on my terms and just all my effort, and it was wonderful.
Your journey for the last several months has taken you some places. You ended up here for now. Where you been?
So I started basically just trying to do the whole beach hippie scene and just camp on the fucking beach. So actually, the first week was basically spent with an awesome fellow I know that goes by the name Bones, and he was from a motorcycle club, and he was just on the run. So we spent a few days just camping on the beach, doing wild shit. It was fantastic.
That's East Coast.
It was actually right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
it was,
did you just like drop in down here? Or?
I moved down here with my brother. I just need a change of pace. I've been in Pennsylvania 37 years of my life. He offered me the opportunity to come down and stay with him for a year until I get my feet on the ground. So I hopped on a plane.
You just dropped in down here.
I didn't parachute. That would have been a lot fucking cooler, but I flew on a plane, and I hate planes.
So you moved off the beach, and so now you're not on the beach. You're in the small town,
Beating my own drum.
beating your own drum. This is, and you're not the only mobile person here.
No.
And it's been you and a few others, but it's kind of new for this area. I'm wondering what makes this area attractive for you to stay so long in.
The terrain, the climate, where I'm from, you can't spend winter out in the woods.
Oh, you can't beat winters
you'll
down
fucking
here.
die.
You can't beat winters down here, dude.
Here it's it's like a vacation in the winter, really. But easy access to, things that are needed, if so. Beautiful plants, the diverse ecosystem really is appealing to me.
So the area there I frequently see you at, it's at a business establishment.
A
Seems
wonderful local establishment.
You know what, and the employees seem to vibe with you.
Yeah, one of the employees is actually homeless as well, and you would never even know it. And the others have been through similar situations and just really understand what this is and how tough it can be some days. And they're some of the best people I've met, and always willing to help.
So is that kind of is that place kind of like a bulwark of support for you?
It's basically the hub of all action, especially as that sun sets and night falls. The creatures come out at night, and they're willing to help feed the creatures.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and you speak a lot about being of assistance to other people too. Could you,
absolutely, I do my best to make sure that others have things they might need, or just help them in any general way possible. I think that's just basic, decent humanity. If someone needs food, well, let's fucking go ahead and get them some food so they could eat. If somebody's cold and needs a blanket, let's give them a fucking blanket. Like, what makes one person better than the other to pass judgment and not help that other person who could really be suffering? Who gives a fuck what their situation is and how they got to where they are, or your judgment of them. You don't know them. Have you ever sat down and spoke with them, or do you just live in your fucking bubble? So I do my best to I'll cycle around, scavenge what I need, and if someone else needs it, I'm gonna get it to them. Absolutely. I would do that every single day of the week. Yeah.
Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Rain's basically my nemesis out here. I used to love the rain.
When it's an option.
Yeah, when it's an option, you know, fucking dance around naked and that. But now it just fucks everything up. It takes weeks to recoup from a rainstorm.
Yeah, well, I was actually talking metaphorically, because I know you get there. Not everybody's supportive of your presence.
Oh, that's for sure. Some of the locals, like you saying, this kind of being new to this community, they have nothing but judgment and almost like just a pure hatred towards us homeless people. You know, they don't realize that I myself am just on a little mission and challenge for myself. They think we're out here just stealing shit, robbing their houses. Nobody's doing
drugs.
Yeah, doing drugs, and which some people might be doing, might not.
You're right.
If,
Well, I mean, it's definitely there out there, you know.
some people sitting in their house looking out the window are in there doing drugs, and
Right.
you know, so drugs are a part of life. Deal with it, people, or don't deal with it. Mind your fucking business.
Right.
But the judgment they're giving is just, it's, I don't understand it, man.
Well, you do in your brain,
Yeah,
but it creates dissonance in your heart.
absolutely.
You know? And you know these people. You know, a lot of people are just they're quote unquote God fearing.
Yeah.
You know, freedom loving.
Yeah.
You know, blah blah blah. You know,
That's the real kicker for me,
and
because
you just see that sort of hypocrisy.
myself, I'm not religious, so you know, you're all loving and accepting God. I don't think would really support your judgment of who we are, and you know, if the judgment day is a real thing, then you might not fare so well based on your judgment of others. But
I don't know where it appears in the Bible, but somewhere it says, "Judge not, lest you be judged."
yeah, I don't see a gavel in anyone's fucking hand, so
That's
I don't
right.
know
You
how
know, there is
they're
no
the judge.
toothless authority. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people are just shitty, man. Shitty attitude.
That's terrible. I
towards others.
hate hearing about stuff like that.
You know,
But I know
they immediately want to call the cops just because you're in the woods. Well, as far as I know, if there's no sign saying no trespassing private property, it's woods. You know, it's part of nature.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we not have the ability or the right to just go explore that?
I've been known to do what's commonly nowadays called stealth camping, which I haven't done in a while. I used to do it in the forest preserves of Chicago.
Yeah.
And just as an exercise, kind of a survival sort of exercise. Okay, escape and evasion sort of ideas and all that. And I go out scouting, and I run into old homeless encampments, big ones and stuff like that.
That sounds like an amazing time.
And yeah, really close to neighborhoods and stuff too. And I could tell it was like that. It had been there for a while, and it also occurred to me. So here I am, as a recreational pursuit, indulging in what the homeless are professionals at. I was like, what would your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that?
I think that's awesome, and more people should actually give that a go. Just to kind of understand what this is. The professionals, though, there's some homeless out here that it seems like they have no idea what they're doing or how to actually survive, and they put themselves in situations where you're going to get booked. You're doing things and being in a spot that my whole thing is I want to be able to go any of the 360 degrees in a split second.
Right. Yeah. You need multiple egress.
Yeah.
paths,
You need an exit strategy. I don't know. But what you're doing, I think that's absolutely awesome. And like I said, more people should give that a go. Yeah, that's rad. Exploring the camps too must be, I consider it like treasure hunting, and you probably come across some pretty interesting things or creative.
Yeah,
builds,
I could look around. There's a story unfolds before me.
Absolutely,
You
and
know.
no words even have to be spoken, and you could kind of see into that person's life and how they're living based on the things they have, how they set it up.
Especially because I've seen the same people in that area for multiple years. But I could tell that particular spot was not currently occupied.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could. I mean, live camp and active camp, you're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's got
everything.
a little bit of observational skills can figure that out.
Some people don't have those, but that's up to them. Yeah, that's gotta be just awesome, man. I'd love to do that in different towns, and like you get a little bit of the culture of each area, you know, because every town you visit traveling, it's a microculture in that place itself, you know.
Yes, I thought you'd been more places. You just like kind of like set your sights down here, and you just blasted on down here and
Yeah,
did the beach thing for a while.
I mean, but that's one of the regrets I have in life is not traveling more. Travel is such an amazing experience. Really opens your eyes to the world. So I'd love to take that on that mission, and I think it'd be fantastic.
yeah, you might go more than a year, I think.
I think it'd be cool to try to attempt this in different states. You know, maybe cut down that time frame of a year. Maybe shoot for 6 months in a different state every time, and if I was able to afford that, I'd give that a go. I think that'd be a really cool way to finish out the second half of my life. Might get a little tough as I'm approaching, 70 years old. But clap off, remember that shit, man. I love if we had more things that would clap on, clap off. Yeah, that'd be great. Or like a 3-way touch lamp. I always like to ask people, well, do you really, what if maybe there's a 4th way you could touch it? I used to troll a lot of people on the internet asking questions like that. Just ridiculous shit, and it would really get some people heated. But, I like to fuck off sometimes. Not everything's a mission.
Right.
I don't think people like fun anymore.
Man, people have fun regulating other people's fun, it seems like.
Yeah, the fun police. I'm very anti them. I'm gonna resist that arrest to the fun police.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find some pro bono legal representation on that. I'm sure.
Someone trying
There's plenty of anarchist lawyers out there. Isn't that an oxymoron? Anarchist lawyer.
Yeah.
Actually, my ex-girlfriend is one.
Really?
Yeah, a great immigration lawyer.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, that's another fun one. The whole immigration. Man, there's so many subjects we could just ramble around.
Oh,
And, they're taking our jobs.
yeah, they're taking all our
Yeah.
phone service calls, all our
All
tech
our
calls.
They're really they're really at the top, huh?
It's because white people don't know how to mow lawns.
No, shit. I would do that to my parents a lot. I'd just fucking cut patterns in their grass, and they'd be like, "What the hell?" I'd be like, "Well, maybe do it yourself."
Are your parents alive?
No, they've both been dead almost 20 years. Right before
really?
I turned 21. That year, they died within 6 months of each other. That was a tough time in life. That put me into a drug addiction, and I was just fucking struggling.
How did you overcome drug addiction?
And decided it was time to pursue a different route before I died. Did a little bit of time based on feeding an addiction, and it's true what they say. The only things that will happen from it are incarceration, death.
Nothing good.
Got tired of fucking being strung out on drugs, so
Decided there was probably a better life.
yeah, there was more purpose for my time here, I think. So
How old were you?
that was right before I turned 21, so I was already
A lot of
dabbling.
shit happened. So a lot of shit happened right about the time your folks died.
Yeah, I had a kid.
Had a kid.
And I wasn't there for that kid for a bit because we were so young. We weren't really being a couple. I was in a drug addiction. I wasn't going to be around my kid and make them subjected to that. I wasn't really fit to be that person, which, my ex understood. And, she was conquering her own demons. So
Best time of
it
your
wasn't
life,
the roaring 20s for me. It was the Great
my time.
Depression. Fuck. I was going through this shit, and yeah, but made it through, man. Weathered the storm, and here I am. So I'm
So
gonna keep battling.
we're actually joined off camera by friend of Steve's, Tasha. Hi, Tasha.
Hey.
But, yes, you keep multiple locations.
For sure, I think it's putting all your eggs in one basket. It's a good way to have no eggs.
Yeah, and you were saying last night one of your locations got jacked a bit.
Yeah, full rated. It was gone through and searched through, and then in a short period of time afterwards, I returned and everything was taken. So bare bones, every single piece of trash, everything item I might have acquired or owned was just all gone with the wind. The shit missing from the camp, I think, is just ridiculous.
Is there a reason for that?
No, that's things I need to survive and or bring me some personal joy in this kind of shit show that is clusterfuck some days, and nobody had the right to do that and just go take all my shit.
So you're living an intentional and unusual life.
Says
Says
who?
me. Says the guy who works for a living and shit, you know?
I'm in research and development every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem to be pretty cheery.
Me? Yeah, I fucking love life. I have a passion for life, and I like to hit the ground running every day. Every day is a choice to be happy or not happy. I don't see any point in not being happy and being miserable and not enjoying this gift that I was given. I mean, it's a present, this gift of life, so rock it till the wheels fall off and then ride on the rims, man. You know, really, like, I love being alive. I love getting to meet new people like I did you, conversing, interacting, and just seeing who people are for who they are.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up the video. It doesn't mean our conversation is, but
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think that's a good way to wrap it up.
there you go, people. That's Steve, and
Come find me, hide and seek.
all right, everybody, get out and do something.
I will.
See y'all later. Thanks for watching this far into the video. And for that, I really just want to send you this reflective Zonate YouTube sticker while supplies last. You won't be added to any email list or anything like that, but email me on the link below and I will send this out to you.